I'm Sephora Malka Heller, and this is my daughter,
Shifra Devorah Witt.
We are the authors of the
Complete Asian Kosher Cookbook.
And today, Shifra Devorah is going to demonstrate how to make my favorite dish,
Shanghai style chow mein. Okay, let's get started. There are two parts to this dish. The first part is making our noodle pancakes. So you're going to start by putting some oil in your preheated pan. I'm going to turn my fire back on. Okay, so you're going to start, you have your oil, you're going to wait for it to get hot. My pan's already hot, so it's going to happen pretty quickly for me. Let me make some room. And what you're doing is you're taking some pasta that you've already cooked and let dry. So I made this pasta yesterday, knowing I wanted to make this today for you guys. And you see, you sort of arrange it like a pancake, more or less. A little more, a little less. It's not an exact science. So there we have what's going to become our delicious noodle pancake. You don't really want it to be too high. This one's a little bit high, just the way the noodles have formed, but that's going to be fine. And we're going to let that just start to get nice and brown. It's going to take a few minutes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my fire. I'm going to put this one over here. Okay, now let's get started with our sauce. Okay, first we have 2 cups of prepared parve or chicken broth, depending if you want this to be vegetarian or not. We wanted it to be vegetarian. Whoa, so there that is. That's already hot because the pan was preheated. We like to use the MSG-free type of soup powder. I'm going to add some soy sauce. Let's give it a little stir. All the while our noodles are frying beautifully behind us. Okay, now we're going to thicken it. So we've talked about this before. This is our cornstarch and water mixture. This is how you make thickening in Chinese cooking. And the trick is that you don't stop stirring. So let's see if we can do this. Let's see, okay. So I'm going to add a little, I'm going to stir. You see it's going to go very quickly from being a very soupy consistency to a much thicker already. You see how much thicker it's becoming? Now I'm going to even turn my heat down a little bit. I think it's a little bit too high. Okay, I've turned my heat down to low because I don't want it to get lumpy. Okay, so I'm going to continue just very quickly. You see I'm doing it in stages. This is actually so hot that it's not coming out quite the way I wanted it to, but it's okay. And we're just going to keep stirring. A little bit more. Make a nice, thick gravy for what's going to become our Shanghai style chow mein. Okay, so there's a few little lumps I didn't count on, so it's okay, it happens in cooking, nothing terrible. Just get them to the side. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to turn the heat off actually under this delicious gravy that I'm making. And I'm going to add some pre-cooked vegetables. This is some bok choy, or in Israel we use beet greens because we can't get bok choy so easily. Garlic, some shreds of carrot. And I've already stir-fried these just for convenience, but you would do it probably in a separate pan and just a tablespoon or 2 of oil. You're going to add this, and here is your delicious gravy that's going to go on top of our noodle pancake when it's done. Let's check on our noodle pancake, see if it's ready to be flipped. Is it? Almost. You see how it's getting nice and golden? It's not quite there, but it's close. Let's see, I think the other side might actually be a little bit more. See how nice that is? Okay, let's see, can we flip it? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, and I don't think it's going to happen. It's quite thin, but we'll try. 1, 2, 3, and... You know what, I don't think this is going to work out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's not perfection. It's all right. We're just going to eat it anyways. But there we are. Okay, so that's pretty much how it's going to look. Kind of build it back up. If this happens to you at home, you'll know it happens to everybody. I could have made it a thicker pancake, and that probably would have avoided that, but I just wanted it to be a thin one for today. So I'm going to move over now. We have a pre-prepared pancake. This is the pre-prepared noodle pancake that I've already made, and it's all ready to go. So what I would do is I would move the one in the frying pan onto a beautiful platter like this. Make sure your platter is larger than your noodle pancake. That's really important. And then you are going to take your sauce that you've made. Now realize that these noodles are fried. So right now they're hard. And when you take this gorgeous gravy and you pour it over, it is going to soften your noodles for you. And that is how they're going to get nice and soft and delicious. I'm just going to use some of this for today. And then you finish with some delicious almonds. These are some almonds that I've already toasted in a frying pan earlier. And there you are, you're ready to go. So here you are, you have your Shanghai style chow mein. It is delicious. It is worth the effort. It's a personal favorite. I always remember when I used to eat this dish with my mom in San Francisco when I was a little girl, and I'm so happy that we were able to create a kosher version. And here it is, one of our favorites, like I said. Thank you so much for joining us. Please visit our website at www.asiankoshercookbook.com. That's www.asiankoshercookbook.com. You can also order the book there.
Think kosher, think Asian.